All right, let's go ahead here with personal reading order number 73. 73, you'd firstly like to know Johnny's thoughts and feelings. Let us see. All right. So this is an interesting combination because when we have this energy that comes forward here through the Three of Pentacles, we're wanting to connect, we're wanting to create opportunities, we're wanting to have an opportunity to flow. But then when we have the Three of Swords, we are in a place of restriction, thinking about the ways that something can't work, thinking about the difficulties, thinking about the issues when it comes to connecting, and we get in this sort of hesitant area when it comes to creating an opportunity to build up. And so we have this back and forth issues when it comes to moving forward, instead of it being in a place where we can have an opportunity to just think about the expansion, thinking about connection, thinking about the good. We get into a place of thinking about where things could go wrong, where things could be of an issue, where we are seeing things be in a bit of a kind of more resistant rather than being in a place of opportunity. So the Eight of Cups is thinking about how we can have an opportunity to create, right? We're wanting to have some sort of movement forward in a way that's going to build up energy, build up connection. And so it's like they're thinking about, okay, how can I move forward with you? How can I connect with you? How can I be in the same place as you and see some sort of good energy come forward? But then their mind gets into an anxious state of being, and it just kind of comes forward into thinking about where things can go wrong instead of thinking about where things can move forward in a good manner. So I would say that they're feeling connected to you, but also feeling really restrictive when it comes to wanting to create some sort of flow, but kind of getting up in their mind of thinking about where things could go wrong instead of where things could go right. So let's go ahead and then dive in and see why have they been backing out. Let us see. All right. So with these double fours, we do get into a bit of an insecure place when it comes to a plan. The Four of Pentacles can kind of hold back and have a bit of a difficult energy when it comes to moving forward, where we are unsure about expressing ourselves, unsure about presenting vulnerability, being really strongly in a place where we don't want to be open. And the Four of Swords wants peace, it wants rest, it doesn't want any sort of difficulties. So it's kind of like we're in a place of desiring connection with the Magician, but then logically saying we don't really want to be open. So we're wanting to connect, but then we don't want vulnerability, so we close it off. We're wanting to connect, but then we don't want to have something make us feel a certain way or make us feel uncomfortable or feel like something's not going to grow, so we hold back. So it's kind of like this Ace of Pentacles. Should we offer value or shouldn't we offer value? Should we offer closeness and security or should we hold that back? That we kind of get into this push and pull energy where we don't really know how to express ourselves. So it seems like they're backing out of letting you come over because they're unsure about some sort of vulnerability between the two of you, and they're not really in a place to be open, though they do want to connect. So let's go ahead and see for Garrett's thoughts and feelings. All right, so it feels like there's a bit of a disconnect here. King of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles flopping in the reverse. It seems like Garrett is thinking about where the two of you are not quite on the same page when it comes to maybe connecting in certain ways, especially when we see this Five of Pentacles come forward here as well. There's some sort of difference or distance when it comes to the idea of connecting that makes things feel a bit like an issue. It's like we're wanting to provide some sort of value, Knight of Pentacles, thinking about where we can bring in trust, security, sincerity and honesty, but feeling like maybe our personal values are different or we need to focus on ourselves. There's with the Queen of Pentacles can be the sense of wanting more care or wanting more out of another individual, but the other person feeling like they can't provide it. So they can be thinking about ways that they can't meet your needs right now, or that they can't pour into you in one way or another, or that there's some sort of difference or distance between the ways that the two of you can connect. Especially with the Seven of Swords coming forward, we can be in a place of having a hard time expressing our internal desires, or thinking that it's better for us to hold back certain ideas rather than to bring them forward. So it seems like Garrett's thinking about communication issues or differences between the two of you, and where in certain ways it's better to hold back rather than to come forward, because they're feeling in a way that they can't meet some sort of need here as well. So let's go ahead and see, what is this guy's problem? Let us see. All right, so there's not necessarily a problem with you, it's just a projection in general. With the Three of Wands coming forward, it's like we have to look beyond just the situation at hand and kind of have a bit of a bird's eye view. It's not necessarily just you that they are rude to. It's not necessarily to say either that it's to everybody, but the Six of Pentacles would say it's pretty equal. If you were to look at other people or stand around and watch them, you would see that there is this sort of character that's projected onto others. The Seven of Wands also comes forward in a bit of a defensive energy, so it's kind of like saying we don't need to create battles that aren't there. It's not tied to you, it's stemming from them. So it's not that they have a problem with you, it's that they just have a problem in general, and it's their energy and their way of dealing with their life that then gets projected on their interactions with you. So it's not you that they have a problem with, it's just that they're going through something difficult, they're going through life, and their way that they communicate, the way that they interact, the way that they connect with you is just a reflection of the problems that they're facing within themselves. Six of Cups comes forward to have the idea here with more of the energy of the past, right? More of the idea that there is something that's going on with their old energy or some sort of memories, the idea of it being in their past, that's coming forward here. So I don't really see it as anything to do with a problem with you specifically. I see this as more of something that is a cycle in time. It gets expressed to other people. It's something that if we were to look at it a bird's eye perspective, that we would see that they have other issues with other people in a way that stems from certain circumstances in their past that just come forward in how they talk and how they act and how they interact with everybody. So that's what I would say. I don't think it's a problem with you specifically. I think it's just them being them. So let's go ahead here with personal reading order number 74. 74, you'd like to know what are Chris's thoughts and feelings. Let us see when you asked him for help last night. So Eight of Swords coming forward with the Three of Swords can be a bit of a resistance combination, a bit of worry, a bit of uncertainty, a bit of we don't know what to say. The Eight of Swords can kind of feel a little bit stuck, like we don't know how to say yes, we don't know how to say no, we don't know what is the best thing to do in the situation. And the Three of Swords can be a bit of worry of where do we go from here. So this could not necessarily to say that they're uncomfortable in any sort of way, but it can feel like they're in between a bit of a rock and a hard place where they're not quite sure what to do, what to say, or how to act moving forward. They do have a sense of care for you here with this Queen of Cups, and they do have good intentions here with this Eight of Wands when it comes to interacting with you. But the Eight of Swords, Three of Swords can kind of come forward with this combination of we're kind of stuck and we don't know what to say. The Eight of Swords can be other people's words, thoughts, ideas, opinions. So they don't want to do something wrong. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to give off the wrong impression or expectation or idea. And so they kind of get caught up in their head about what to do or how to move forward or how to act. And the Three of Swords also gives forward the sense of worrying about what's next, how to take action, and what to do. Even the Eight of Cups is like, okay, when we go on from here, what are we expecting? What are we doing? How do we move forward? So I feel like there's a place here where they want to help, Queen of Pentacles, or I should say Queen of Cups. They want to bring forward care, but also at the same time they feel like maybe they couldn't say no, or they felt like they are unsure about now how do we communicate from here, right? There's kind of like this uncertainty, bringing forward care, but bringing like the same sense of unsure energy about how to move forward from this point. So we have I can't get enough of you. That can be a desire for more. Eight of Wands coming forward with the Queen of Cups has this good intentions to bring forward care for you. So it seems like they're feeling a sense of care, or feeling a sense of wanting you to be well, Queen of Cups, wanting to connect with you, Queen of Cups, but at the same time being unsure about maybe what other people are saying, what other people would think, or giving off some sort of wrong impression here with this Eight of Swords, Three of Swords, and feeling a little bit unsure or uncertain about how to make something happen from here. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here for 75. Let us see. Thoughts after the shift. Let us see. So we do have this element of uncertainty with the moon, not quite sure what to do, what's going to happen next, kind of gives this up in the air sort of feeling. But we have the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, which is thinking about connecting, helping, and hoping that something can have some sort of valuable momentum from here. So could kind of look at this as combination of saying, I'm not quite sure where things are going to go from here with the moon. I'm not quite sure how things are going to progress forward or what something looks like or how we're going to connect. What's the idea of tomorrow? But I'm hoping that we can continue to move forward in a good way. Seven of Pentacles wants to build up on something. So we're thinking about how to create value or how to create structure or trust, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, how to have a continuation of trust or structure so that we can work together. Three of Pentacles. So there's a thought process of like, trying to be logical, I guess, with the King of Swords. We're not really trying to involve a lot of emotions. We're not really trying to involve passion. We're just trying to think about how we can bring forward this Pentacles energy. Trust, structure, community, comfort. We're trying to think about how we can work together and how we can connect. So it seems like they're really just thinking about you as though you can be a good team player and somebody to work with. They're not quite sure what's the future going to hold here with the moon. What does something look like? Where is this going to go from here? But they're trying to think logical when it comes to you as like you are somebody who's good to be around to work with. There's just a strong sense of uncertainty, especially when the moon card comes forward. It can be like, I don't know what something is going to look like beyond here. I don't know how something is going to kind of progress. Holy smokes, it's a third of the deck here. There's like there's an element of like a lack of clarity. So let's see what's going on here with the message card. We have Phaeton. So they can feel like there's a fated energy here in the energy between the two of you, meant to meet, meant to interact, meant to connect, which can be why they're coming forward with the moon of saying, I just am not quite sure of what to think from here or what's going to happen from here, or, you know, even kind of be in a place of not quite sure what to feel from here, because they could feel like there's something beyond the two of you of how you're interacting, how you're connecting, or how you're in each other's lives. So they can be in a place of kind of leaving it up to spirit. But I would say they're thinking about you as somebody that they are hoping can have this strong foundation with, of like working together, connecting, building trust, building comfort, building security. But it seems like they are also in a place of kind of removing emotions from you and just thinking about you in a more logical standpoint of like community and connection. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. So these are paid personal readings. These are not free. These are not for the collective. Temperanceandsage.com if you'd like to have a personal reading here today. But again, these are paid personal readings. These are not free. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with 76. 76, he'd like to know, is he worried that you're expecting something romantic? Let us see. All right. I wouldn't necessarily say so, no. When we have the Five of Pentacles, though, coming forward with the Nine of Wands, they are kind of in a place of saying, I don't really know a way to get closer, or I don't really know if I can meet expectations. The Nine of Wands kind of puts forward a wall in between a desire and self. And so this could say they're kind of already putting up a bit of a wall when it comes to them not knowing the pathway ahead, or not knowing how to kind of create some sort of closeness. The Five of Pentacles can kind of give this sense of challenge when it comes to connecting. And so they can be in a place of saying, I don't really know what to do to be closer, or I don't really know what to do to create a sense of connection or flow. And so I'm just kind of in a place of not knowing if I can maybe meet some expectations, or there's just, a sense of like, who knows what the other person's wanting, right? Because that Five of Pentacles is, we're not really talking about being closer. We're just kind of around each other. So with the Temperance card, with the Hanged Man, they're kind of being in a place of trying to just live in the present moment and trying to just kind of be in a bird's eye view, third party perspective of the situation. And with the Page of Wands, take things, go with the flow. So I don't really see that they're in a place of worrying that you're expecting something romantic, but I do see them kind of being in a place of saying, I don't really know if I could meet expectations of being closer, or meet expectations of like creating change. That's kind of what I see coming forward here, rather than it being in a place of expecting romance specifically. So I'd more so say no with that than I would say yes. So let's go ahead here for 77. You'd like to know what's coming up in love for the upcoming week. Let us see. All right. So it seems like there's an opportunity to connect. When we have the Page of Pentacles coming forward, there's a want to offer closeness, connection, value, security, as well as with the Star, we're wanting to create some sort of hope or some sort of healing. So you might find that people are wanting to be closer into your energy. They're wanting to connect with you more. They're wanting to be around you. And with the Queen of Wands, people are being pulled in to connect with you in a way that makes you feel a little bit more desired, attractive, excited, right? Just kind of feeling the pull of people to come your way. Now, with the Eight of Cups, we do see an attempt to kind of create something more. So you might find like you feel that you are ready to kind of release where you're at, to be in an open state of experiencing more. There might be something popping up from your past here that kind of gives you a place of saying, okay, yeah, I can try something new, or I can connect in a new way, or I can see more come forward in my life. It just seems like there's something going on for you this week where it taps into a point of healing, but growth and expansion of hope, where you're feeling, because there's a pull of energy come your way, because there are people approaching you, because you're feeling more kind of like drawn for like drawing in people's energy, attracting people. There's a sense of like being open to experiencing more. So I would say like there's a shift in openness in your energy that's coming forward this week, and it seems like it stems from people approaching you, connecting with you, or showing some sort of desire for you. So that's what I would say. Let's go ahead and grab the message cards. Why did I flip that one over there? Alrighty. So we have, I miss your voice. This person can be wanting to talk to you more, connect with you more, get your opinion on things, especially talk to you more, right? I miss your voice. I want to talk to you more here. There's a sense of wanting to connect with you. If I got one thing right, it was you and me. This could be I don't really know how to make something happen, but I know that I wanted to, connect with you. I want to see more come forward here when it comes to being in your energy. We also have time flies by when I'm around you. This is enjoying your presence, wanting to connect with you more, wanting to be around you, to have some sort of uplifting energy come forward. And then we have the card of marriage. I don't actually have any sort of cards of like long-term security, long-term relationships, things like that. So there could just be a desire to connect with you more in general, wanting to kind of bring forward a opportunity of like talking about bringing more security between the two of you, bringing in a stronger connection between the two of you, right? There could be something that's wanting to go on like that, to see some sort of change and opportunity here to deepen the energy around the two of you. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here for 79. 79, I'd like to know thoughts and feelings. Let us see. All right. So we have a worry, a curiosity, and a care. When we have this Ten of Swords coming forward with the Three of Swords, we can have a very defeated energy stemming from we don't know how to communicate, we don't know how to connect, we don't know how to make something happen. And the Three of Swords can come forward in a very strong energy about worrying about communicating in a way that kind of stops things from growing rather than helping things grow. So we can be in a place of the mind of worry if we say something wrong, do something wrong, then things are just going to end up wrong, rather than being able to grow, connect, and see movement come forward. Especially with the Ten of Swords, we can be thinking about how we could be kind of contributing to endings or keeping ourselves stuck, rather than having an opportunity to create more. Now, the Page of Swords is a strong curiosity, thinking about what are you up to, how are you doing, what are you looking for, what are you wanting, how can we create some sort of change. And the Queen of Pentacles comes forward with the care. I hope you're doing well. How are you kind of being? How are you feeling right now, right? There's a want to make sure that there is a sense of security or value or connection for you. So I would say that they're in a place right now of feeling a little bit defeated and worried when it comes to you, because there's a want to create some sort of change, a want to communicate, a want to connect, but feeling like they are kind of creating more endings rather than creating beginnings. And being in this place here where they're wanting to have some sort of opportunity to communicate, but not quite sure how to do so. Feeling a sense of care for you, though, and as well as feeling a point of curiosity. So let's go ahead and see what is the message card. We have I can't right now. So there is that self-restriction that comes forward with this Ten of Swords, Three of Swords as well, where they're kind of in a place of thinking about where things could go wrong if they communicate, if things could go wrong if they say something, rather than thinking about where things could possibly go right. So I see them being in kind of like a self-restrictive energy when it comes to you here right now, wanting to create change, wanting to bring forward care, and curious on how they could do so, but then thinking about where things could just go wrong instead. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you're interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with 80. 80, you'd like to know, what does Johnny wants to tell you? Let us see. All right. So Johnny wants to tell you that there are some differences here between the two of you right now. When we have this Eight of Wands energy, or I should say King of Wands energy, come forward with the Empress, there's a fine balance that they're trying to figure out between flow and between growth. The Empress is a desire to bring forward nurturing, caring, exciting energy, but then when we also have this idea trying to come forward here of the King of Wands, we have more of a go with the flow passion energy. So they're kind of feeling pushed and pulled right now between kind of maybe caring for something to grow and kind of just seeing where something goes forward in the moment. When we also have the Seven of Wands coming forward here as well, we are very uncertain when it comes to connecting in certain ways, of maybe where we should push forward and try to kind of make some sort of ground where we should push into the uncomfortable, and instead where we should kind of pull back and hold our own, right? They're kind of in this push and pull energy here right now when it comes to being in this place of saying, I am torn right now between applying myself and pushing through the uncomfortable of where I feel like things could grow, and holding my ground and just kind of going with the flow of the moment. And so they're kind of being in this back and forth energy saying, I'm not quite sure what is the best to do when it comes to moving forward, or how to grow, or how to connect, because I just don't know, Eight of Cups, where things are going to grow. Even though Seven of Pentacles, I feel like there could be some sort of value in connecting or growing or continuing on. So that's what I see coming forward here. So just let me see one thing here. I just want to make sure my phone's not going to die. We should be okay. So let's go ahead and see. Why does Garrett feel like the two of you are disconnected right now? Let us see. So we even have that Five of Pentacles come forward here as well. So there might be some sort of short-term goals that may be a little bit different between the two of you, and they feel like it could maybe lead the two of you in different directions. The Seven of Pentacles is an accumulation of things, so how each thing in life is just kind of adding up. This could be, yeah, sure, we're both going down the street. We're going to 123 ABC Street, but you need to turn left to go to the bookstore, and I need to turn right to go to the grocery store before we go there, right? So even though we might be ending up in the same place, and, you know, maybe we could walk a certain distance of life together, there might be certain things in the short term that kind of lead us into different directions. And with this Knight of Swords coming forward, it is that A to B sort of direction that kind of changes things around rather than A to Z. So they're kind of feeling like, even though Five of Pentacles, we're kind of walking in the same direction right now, there might be some challenges in connecting because we may not be heading in the same way immediately. And in the present moment, it's hard to kind of connect in certain aspects if we can't have that flow. So Temperance wants to be in the present moment, but if we have this Knight of Swords kind of leading us off, the energy is kind of pulling short term into other directions. So King of Cups brings forward a sense of care, but then the Five of Pentacles brings forward a disconnect. So it's kind of just like the push and pulls between, are we headed in the same places or not? Are we moving forward in a way that's going to build us up to where we need to go? Yes, no. It's kind of pulling us in these different portions, trying to figure out if the connection is bringing us to a place where we need to go, or is it pulling us further away from our goals where we want to be? That's kind of how I see this disconnect coming forward here. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with 81. 81, you'd like to know thoughts and feelings. Let us see. Alrighty. So, they seem to be in a place of like spitballing multiple different ideas on how to make some sort of movement forward. The Eight of Cups here wants to create some sort of excitement, new direction, opportunity for more. We're wanting to see some sort of growth. And with the Seven of Pentacles, we're also wanting to see some sort of growth. This is the energy of I want more to happen, I want to create momentum, I want to create a prosperous direction. So thinking about how we can go ahead and make that happen. Now, when we have the Fool coming forward, though, we're pretty much open to any sort of direction that could come forward. This is very much saying, I'm not rooted on needing something to like specifically happen in my plan. I'm very much open to how things can shift and change, but I'm just hoping and thinking about creating some sort of new direction with you, something that could allow this growth energy to come forward, allow new opportunities, allow momentum to build up, however it may take its form, especially with the Seven of Cups, since the Seven of Cups comes forward in such a strong energy of openness for the ideas and possibilities that could come to be, and just kind of spitballing, thinking about how newness could come forward, differences could happen, change could come ahead. And the Page of Pentacles is wanting to offer value, connection, structure. We're wanting to see some sort of opportunity here to build up and to create connection. So I see this as a combination that's coming forward here as them thinking about new ways that the two of you can kind of interact, or how to create some sort of new start here that can flow things forward, thinking about how they can create closeness with you, create some sort of opportunity here to see things move ahead in a way that can provide value, but kind of saying with the Fool, I'm open to however that may happen, and kind of just thinking about how we can move forward. I would say that this is a feeling of excitement and desire, but it's also very detached energy, because we're in this Fool state with the Seven of Cups saying, you know, however it may take its short form will take its form. We have just called to say hi. This is I desire to connect. This is I desire to be in your energy, but I don't really know what to say in doing so. I don't really know what comes next, which can be a result of the Fool, right? Wanting to be open to different possibilities, but just not being sure on how to make something come forward itself. And so this could say that they want to have conversation, they want to have flow, but they may not have the best direction in making it happen, just because they're not sure on what to say, what to do, or how to kind of create that momentum. But moving too fast, they could be worried about getting too far ahead of themselves, and that's why they're in this energy of the Fool, that if I just go with the flow, let it fold how it may, then it kind of takes the best form for it too. And together we can grow old is a hope for a tomorrow. It's a desire and an excitement for a new pathway ahead on how things can kind of take its shape and see an opportunity for more. So that's what I would say here for this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings.